As dawn broke on the 21st of June 2000 over the city of Cape Town on the southern tip of the African continent, the unseasonably calm weather could hardly have hinted at the environmental disaster which was about to shatter the winter respite of this fairest cape. A Panamanian registered ore carrier, the Treasure, entering the Cape Town harbour, was found to have a large tear in its hull. Fearing it may sink, Cape Maritime authorities took the vessel in tow and dragged it out to sea. Soon afterwards, the tow connection snapped and the ore carrier sank 6 kilometers off the coast. The 13,000 tons of fuel oil started leaking immediately. Penguins covered in oil came ashore on Robben Island, 20 kilometers to the south, the very next day. This historic island, only recently declared a World Heritage Site, has the third largest breeding population of African penguins in the world. A larger colony on Dusson Island, 60 kilometers to the north, was also soon threatened by the drifting oil spill. Within days, this is what 20% of the world's remaining African penguin population looked like. The drama that unfolded over the next 2 months was to become the largest single rescue operation of oiled wildlife in history. Were it not for the swift, concerted and unselfish efforts of thousands of volunteers, some from as far afield as the United States, Germany and Australia, 40,000 of the total population of 160,000 penguins could have been wiped out, contributing to the early extinction of the species in their natural habitat.
And responding to oil spills has become one of our specializations, unfortunately.
SANCOB, the South African National Council for the Care of Coastal Birds, who coordinated the rescue operation, have almost perfected the technique of capturing, cleaning and caring for oiled seabirds. But the overwhelming scale of this disaster was something never before encountered. Washing the oil off the birds is the most critical part of the entire rehabilitation process. The secret lies in the technique of cleaning. Oil destroys a bird's waterproofing, causing the feathers to clump together, leading to hypothermia and the loss of buoyancy in cold sea water. An oiled bird will not hunt, but mobilize its fat reserves and will eventually dehydrate and die. Force-feeding the oiled birds is the only way to avoid starvation. A challenge faced by volunteers was to clean the birds before they suffered the long-term effects of petrochemical poisoning. The other crucial challenge encountered by the volunteers in washing the penguins was to use a cleaning agent which was highly effective in dissolving the thick black oil without further harming the already traumatized birds. From the onset of the campaign, SANCOB considered only one cleaning product, GNLD's LDC Light Duty Concentrate. Earlier experience, most notably during the sinking of the Apollo C off the Cape West coast 6 years earlier, had proven beyond a doubt the effectiveness of this remarkable household cleaner. LDC's effectiveness lies in its oil and fat dispersing properties, and the fact that this low-dose, low-burden, pH-neutral detergent is as gentle on the penguins as on the people washing them. Depending on the extent of the oiling and the condition of each bird, the washing process can take anywhere from 20 minutes to over an hour. After repeated washes in warm water with LDC and careful scrubbing with a toothbrush, the penguins are rinsed thoroughly until their feathers regain their natural waterproofing. This is achieved during rinsing, and the tiny feathers effectively repel the water and remain dry. No other commercial or industrial cleaner could produce these remarkable results without any side effects whatsoever. After a quick visit to the vet and a vitamin injection, the cleaned birds enjoy their first swim in their specially constructed pools, eagerly awaiting their eventual release back into the sea once the oil spill has been cleared up. Following the sinking of the Treasure in June, GNLD distributors were quick off the mark, personally donating many liters of LDC to the operation. This was also matched by a generous bulk donation by GNLD. But as the extent of the disaster grew, it became apparent that thousands, rather than hundreds of liters of LDC were required to tackle the task of washing the estimated 15,000 heavily oiled birds at the emergency rescue station housed in a massive warehouse in Salt River in Cape Town. GNLD staff, working closely with the rescue coordinators, arranged for an emergency consignment of over 7,500 liters of LDC to be rushed to Cape Town. Without it, the cleaning operation would simply have ground to a halt. You have been involved in a rescue operation that is unprecedented in history. Never have we been able to save and rehabilitate so many oiled birds in such a short time frame. On behalf of SANCOB and the international team, thank you, GNLD.